Good morning, students. I hope you are safe. Welcome back after the summer break. We are all set for studies now. Again, our classes will be resumed. This is so different a time that we are not attending school. We are not able to see you face to face. We have to conduct these virtual classes. And yes, we could never imagine that anything like this would ever happen in our lives. But yes, whatever it is, we have to deal with it positively and keep our spirits up all the time. Stay positive that we will beat it. And you have to take care of your health, hygiene, and mind all the instructions which are published all around, which are reinforced all around, like how to keep yourself safe, how to sanitize yourself. Again and again, you have to wash your hands. Probably I don't need to tell you again, you all understand what this sanitization means actually. So being your English teacher, we will be going ahead. So the next topic I will be taking from the novel Black Beauty, chapter number 4, Earshall and Reuben Smith. By third chapter you have understood that how Black Beauty, she is the narrator himself, and how he explains that horses have feelings too. They suffer, they've been treated bad, their masters, they don't understand their pain. From his birthplace, he sold to Garden Farm, and Mr. and Mrs. Square Garden was really good master and mistress to him, and Mrs. Gordon was the one who gives Black Beauty his name, and his initial name was Darky. We have all studied that. In the third chapter, we have gone through the pains that horses experience and how they see that their masters are really careless, they are merciless, they have no concern for their pain, their physical as well as emotional pain, and they have feelings too. This is what is clearly expressed in this novel. Through this novel, the writer tries to invoke our feelings and concern for the animals. We should have feelings for them. We should have concern for them. This is what is the clear aim of the writer. So in this chapter, Earshall and Reuben Smith, what happens next? This again is a series that how horses are sold from one master to another, and how their journey proceeds, how they keep shifting from one place to another. It is not under their control. They do not decide like who is going to buy them, who is going to keep them, and how they're going to treat them. This is something somebody else decides for them, and they have to just quietly follow whatever is told to them and wherever they are made to stay. Now this Earshall Farms is a new place for Black Beauty, and John, the coachman of Gardens, he accompanies Black Beauty, and he brings this time Ginger, the mare who was there in the garden farm, and he takes her also along with Black Beauty, and they sell both of them to this Earshall farm. This is a new place, but Black Beauty is not alone this time. He is accompanied with Ginger, the mare, and they are now friends. But this place has something new for them to unfold, as the master and mistress are altogether new places, new people to deal with. But Mr. York, who was the new coachman, he was very kind and very gentle. But their new mistress of the Earshall farm, she was very rude, kind of very proud lady. Their master, probably they don't discuss much about the master, but they have mentioned about Reuben Smith, who takes care of horses when York is not around. When York is somewhere else, then Reuben Smith used to work as a coachman, and he used to look after the horses, and he in general is a very good, very gentle to the horses. As such, he treats them well. And and there is one more point, students, I would like to clarify. When you check my video and when you check this link, okay, you can begin the video, pause it, then open your book. You need to keep the book with you so that you can catch up with whatever I'm explaining, because I will not be reading word to word. I will be giving you the nutshell explanation, and will be sending you notes and question answers as we already were doing but you need to go through each and every word so that you get to know, you get to understand what I'm actually explaining to you. So I hope you follow my instruction. So when this, yes, Black Beauty and Ginger are sold to Earshall farms. They are taken there by John, handed over to York and this new master and mistress. Now what happens? Their mistress was a very rude and arrogant. Arrogant means very proud, who thinks very high of herself. And she was very much concerned about that the people should think of her very highly and they should respect her so much, that her horses should look pretty, prim and proper all the time. So she had one peculiar habit which most of the horses were not very happy about, that she used to make their horses wear a check rein. You must have seen that if you have ever seen a horse ridden, and you must have seen that there is some kind of string tied along with the face of the horse, and which makes him lift his head like this upwards. And with this they of course look smart, but naturally they are not designed to be held like this. This is very painful. But this new mistress, she wanted her horses to wear check rein. Now in this Earshall farm, rest all was still okay, that York was fine, and still this Reuben Smith was also treating them well. But this particular habit actually annoyed. Ginger was already so upset with the fact that she is to wear check rein here. I will be sending you all the word meanings, so you can just attend to the explanation and understand what this chapter actually means. So don't worry about the detailed word meanings and question answers, that I will be sending you soon. This, when Ginger has to wear the check rein, and when the mistress instructs that make the horses wear check rein, it's so painful. So Ginger, firstly, she kicked at the carriage because it was highly painful for her to wear the check rein. Her body was already tired of that suffering which all the masters had imposed on her. So she was not willing to wear check rein. So she put her knees down, and it makes York fell down. So it was clear that of course it hurt York. But then they wait. Black Beauty carried that carriage. Okay, somehow it went on. And Black Beauty had to carry the carriage and wear the check rein, and it used to hurt them all the time, and they were very painful. They were very upset about this, both Black Beauty and Ginger. Now what happened? One day, York goes on leave. He must have some work, he had gone somewhere else. Now this Reuben Smith, he carries, he makes Black Beauty carry the carriage to London. And he goes there, he stays at an inn for a short while. And that inn means, as we have already studied in the first 3 chapters, that inn is a stopover. It is just like a modern, where we stop over for the refreshment, like McDonald's and Domino's, we stop over, that we will refresh ourselves. But in these particular inns, in those times, especially the times this novel is aiming at, there used to be stables also, and the grooms. The word groom is used in the chapter. The grooms were kept at those inns to take care of the horses. In the meantime, their master or their coachman is inside the inn to have some food or refresh himself. So Reuben Smith goes in. Otherwise, Reuben Smith was a nice man, but at times he used to lose his temper. Losing his temper means he would get so angry, so annoyed, and he would not understand what he's doing. So he went inside, and he had little fight with someone. In the meantime, groom was feeding Black Beauty. He was taking care of Black Beauty. He was nicely fed. But when Reuben Smith comes back out of the inn, he was not in a good mood. When he was not in a good mood, then he starts shouting at the groom, the boy who was looking after the Black Beauty in the meantime. He started shouting at him, and he rides the Black Beauty. Now when you are angry, so when we all are angry, we all get angry. When we are angry, we lose our control. We don't realize, our brain doesn't function fine. we don't realize what we are doing. So what this Reuben Smith starts doing, he started hitting Black Beauty with the whip and made Black Beauty ride so fast. And that entire passage on which the carriage was carried and Black Beauty was riding it, it was full of stones, which was so painful for the horses, which is actually so painful for the horses to ride on a road or a path that's full of stones. But that particular path was so full of stones, and Reuben Smith, since he was so annoyed with the fight inside the inn, and he makes Black Beauty run fast. And it hurts Black Beauty. And what happens? Black Beauty loses his control and his knees touch the ground. And when his knees touch the ground, so you can imagine a horse is carrying the carriage in a high speed, and when horse's knees touch the ground and he kneels down like that, what will happen to the coachman who's riding it? So coachman falls down quite ahead of the Black Beauty, and the carriage of course almost collapses. So when Reuben Smith falls down quite ahead of the Black Beauty, what happens? Soon after that, it actually hurt Reuben Smith. And soon after that, Black Beauty hears that some horses, coming, and that horse was Ginger. Probably somebody passed that information that your horse has met with some accident and Reuben Smith is injured. So Ginger carries other people from the Earshall farm, and the moment Ginger arrives with other people, they check Reuben Smith and they start saying that Reuben Smith is dead. So Reuben Smith dies in this chapter. The other man who used to look after the horses when York is away. When Reuben Smith dies, of course, if due to some animal, some human being dies, we lose our control and we become so merciless about those animals and we start hating them. And this is what exactly happens, and that is what Black Beauty and Ginger actually in the end they discuss with each other, that there is no beauty at all. We have lost the beauty. Beauty means here that there is no love, there is no care. So what these animals actually need and what they actually deserve, they deserve some care, some concern, and some love, exactly as we need for each other. We also need some concern, we also need some love. It is not that we can use animals for our own pride, just to show the world that we have something. They are just possessions. They are living creatures, and we need to be nice to them. We need to be a little gentle to them. So that's all about this chapter. Kindly go through it. While you check the video, my dear children, just read the chapter along with the explanation and try to feel what happens inside those horses and what kind of feelings they must be experiencing when somebody treats them like that. So Monday again, I will be coming along with the next class and we will be discussing ahead. So wish you a good day. Take care.